Hey guys, so this is going to be stretches for kind of mainly focus on the back, okay, the hip area, but mainly the back side of the body leading into around the hips. Hamstrings will be involved a little bit too, there'll be a few things for that, but this is a great way to stretch out after you've already exercised, you've done karate class, martial art class, your body's really heated up. Stretches typically going to go for, some of them are going to go for 5 to 10 seconds, 3 to 5 times. Other ones will go a little bit longer, from 15 to 30 seconds, 3 to 5 times. And I'll tell you which ones. So we're going to start by lying down on our back. The first thing you'll do is you'll lie on your back with your knees bent. Okay? The first thing you'll do is you'll bring your feet together, and you're going to take your knees and you're just going to let them fall out to the side. So you basically butterfly the knees out. Keep the back, everything from arching way up in the air. So keep the ribs down. Just let your legs fall out wherever that is. Now if you need to work on opening these hips more, your hands can go on top, wherever that is. So if say your legs are up here, you can hold this and pull your inner thigh and your knees towards each other like you're closing, but your hands are going to resist it by pushing down. So when I push that, I'm doing an isometric PNF stretch, isometric, contract, relax, and then relax, about a 3 count, 5 count, then relax. And the legs should fall. Now they might fall a lot or they might fall very minute. You're going to do anywhere from 3 to 5 times, hold for like a 3 to 5 count, relax, and then hold it for a 10 count. Hold up for maybe a 3 to 5 count, relax, and hold for a 10 count. And each time they should fall a little bit lower and lower. Again, it's going to maybe take a lot of times doing this over a period of weeks and months to get this lower and lower towards the floor. You can also rock once you get your legs in, you can also rock your pelvis side to side. So after you've done 3 to 5 times stretching, that PNF isometric stretch like that in the butterfly, then your legs can stay. You can just rock your pelvis back and forth. Just think of your hip as pushing outward, the opposite hip, and then dropping, then the other hip. Like that. And then you just come into a relax there. The next thing you do is you pull the legs up. You're going to put the legs wide apart, about the width of your body. Okay, you can go a little bit wider. Just make sure your knees tolerate this. So I'm going to let one knee fall out. The other leg's going to fall inward, and there's going to be internal rotation there. If my right knee's falling in and my left leg's falling out, I want my right ribs to go over that direction, my shoulder, on my right side, as my legs are falling to my left. I go to inhale. On the exhale, I'm going to pick the bottom leg up to bring the top leg up with it. And then I'll go over to the other side. So again, with this stretch, you want to make sure that you're holding it. For this one, you're going to hold anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. You could go shorter if you need to. You can hold this for 5 or 10 seconds and do 3 to 5 times. Okay, if you want to go a little bit longer with it, you certainly can, depending on what your hip can tolerate in your knee. Again, make sure the knee is not being compromised. Exhale, come up. So you would end up doing 2 more rounds like that. Right. The next thing you would do is you could cross the leg over. This is a little bit more advanced to some extreme. You're going to go over and drop. And you would go down. Maybe your foot would touch, maybe it won't. You also can work on just that knee going down. So you can hold that for 15 to 30 seconds. More of a stretch here. And then you would come back up. You do 3 to 5 times like that. You can also keep the same leg on top, and then if your knee tolerates it in your hip, you're going to put the pressure on that same knee. So keep it on that same side to go the other direction. And you would hold that for 15 to 30 seconds. 3 to 5 times. You can continue to do that. Once you finish, you could recross the legs and do exactly the same thing. You go to that side, hold for 15 to 30 seconds. After that, I'm going a little bit quicker because we're going through every different exercise here. We're going to come back up and then we go to the other side. So like I said, 3 to 5 times for this. 15 to 30 seconds on it. If you need to go a little bit less to build up to it, certainly. Also with stretching, make sure you're breathing. You're not holding your breath, and you're not pushing yourself into very painful positions. It should be a little discomfort, but you should be able to tolerate it. All right, so the next thing I'm going to have you do is you're just going to keep your legs down like that. I want you to take your hands, bring them underneath your head. You can lace them or just overlap them, your choice. And I want you to take your head, and I want you to traction and pull your head behind you. So pull the head back lift it and pull it backward. And at the same time, what I want you to do is to push your head down into your hands. Don't let your hands hit the floor though. It's more of an isometric still. Traction that, and then set your head down. Relax. When you set your head back down, open your elbows wide, draw your shoulder blades together, shoulders out of the ears, of course, and then open your chest. When you do that, you're just going to lift your rib cage up just a little bit and then drop it back down. We're going to lift the elbows up again, float the head up because the arms float your head up. Traction the head out again like a turtle bringing its head out of the shell. Push down into your hands and then up your hands into your head and pulling the head outward of the body. Maybe a 5 count, relax, let the head fall, arms open, slide the hands underneath if you need to, and just putting the elbows down is going to stretch your chest out through here and of course the back of your body. If you want to arch your back just a little bit, just to stretch it the other way, you can, and then just take it back the other direction down. You push that up again, arch the back, and you can put it back down. Maybe 3 times like this. So you would do that probably 3 to 5 rounds, 3 to 5 times like that, and you would, again, you'd lift the head and traction the head for a 5 count, relax for a 10 count, holding the arms out and down. Arch the back, bring it back down, arch the rib cage up and arch the back and bring it back down. I'm also tilting my pelvis to help that happen. Okay, so 3 to 5 times, 5 to 10 count hold for each one. All right, so next, what I'm going to do is set that down. I'm going to take my arm, right arm, and reach up above my head. My left arm is going to reach down, and I'm going to stretch oppositional. So I'm reaching to my pinky toe on my left foot with my left hand, and my right hand's reaching up to touch the wall or something behind me. And I hold this stretch for maybe a 10 count, 5 to 10 count there. So you just count to 5 or count to 10, and then on your exhale, you're going to go. And I want you to continue to breathe, so don't hold your breath. You know, reach and go to the other side. And stretch oppositional as far as you can. 5 to 10 count. Keep your breath cycles going. Don't hold your breath. Always have it flowing. When you're ready to inhale, you inhale. When you're ready to exhale, you exhale. And then last time. So again, like I said, you would do 3 to 5 times like this, and you could hold for a 5 or 10 count. Okay, and then from there, I want you to reach both arms up, reach both legs out, and stretch. So reach your fingertips, arms up, legs out as far as you can, and stretch and feel like the spine's being tractioned. So reach as far as away you can. A 5 to 10 count hold, and then you would relax. You would do that around 5 repetitions. Go out again, as far as you can, reach, 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 reach. Outward, oppositional, and then relax. Okay? The next thing to do is I'm going to pull my knee into my chest. I'm going to pull my right knee up. Opposite leg's going to be flat. I'll pull my knee back. If this bothers your knee, you can bring your hands behind your knee. Behind the leg, in the back of the knee. Pulling back. Otherwise, your hands will be on top. Hold this for 15 to 30 seconds, 3 to 5 times on your right and left side. Okay? So just for time's sake, I'm going to change over to the other side. You would do at least 3 rounds on this right, and then you would go over and you would do 3 times, at least 3 times for 15 to 30 seconds on your left. From there, we're going to go back, we're going to extend the leg up, and we're going to extend the leg up into a hamstring stretch. If you need something to help, grab a karate belt or a sash or some type of a towel, anything like that, a stretch out strap or something, even a piece of TheraBand will work too. But a karate belt works pretty darn good. And if you're a martial artist, you wear your uniforms, your gis, you're going to probably have a belt. So just you take your belt off and use that if you're in class, and just take that back. Hold this for 15 to 30 seconds, and you do 3 to 5 times. Okay, it's a basic way. And then, of course, you would go to the other side for the other leg, and you would hold for 15 to 30 seconds, 3 to 5 times for each leg that you're doing. Make sure you're posting the leg down into the hip and not lifting your hip up off the floor or doing something like that. Okay? So think of both legs being slurped or plunged into your hips as you're stretching. So that way you're not getting disassociating of the leg from the hip. They should stay associated together. Take the belt. Again, you do 3 to 5 times, 15 to 30 seconds. Then you're going to take your knees and tuck in. Okay, from there you're going to roll to one side and flip over to your belly. You flip right down into your stomach. You're going to come up onto your forearms flat. From there, we're going to feel like we're pulling the hands, pulling our body across the floor by tractioning the arms, like that. Think of your spine elongating. The hips are going to open and be heavy, and the spine's going to elongate and stretch, versus trying to bend it one place in your back. Head's coming out. You almost look like the Sphinx in Egypt. Relax the belly. Relax the muscles in your lower back. You would hold for 5 to 10 count, or you could even hold up to 15 or 30 seconds if you can tolerate that. You would come out of that. You would do this 3 to 5 times. Each time coming up, support yourself. You could also take this further into keeping your shoulders dropped. You would take it, you could even come up higher into this. But this is a little bit more advanced. If your back's not ready for that, stay down here. There should not be any pinching in your lower back as well when you do this. So after that, what you would do is I'd have you basically lie back down and take your right leg and bend it, and then take it over and tap behind you. Bring the leg back. You can do this about 5 times on each side. Reach over and hold for a moment and bring it back. Maybe hold for like a 3 to 5 count. Over and back. And of course you can hold it longer if you need to. Over and back. Last thing, when you take your legs and keep them bent, and you're just going to wag the legs back and forth. The one leg's going to stack on top of the other. You can lay your head down and just rotate from side to side. You can do anywhere from 3 to 5 times like that. Even more if you need. If it feels good to you, you can do more. From there, we're going to push ourselves up. Come back into our little child's pose. Rest and hold. You would hold this for about, you do this maybe for about a 10 count, or you could do it up to 3 to 5 breath cycles. After 3 to 5 breath cycles, you're just going to slide and roll yourself up to an upright position. And that's just a little protocol you can do to stretch out after you finish a martial art class. You're all loosened up and warm, and the muscles can be stretched out a little bit harder than trying to warm up. And that's more of a cool down and to elongate the muscles out.